It's the instant match reaction to Bournemouth 3, Everton 1. Another disappointing away day. 3 away wins in 2019. Tells its own story. We are abysmal away from home. We simply do not have the ability to overcome obstacles. And a lot of that is mentally and also tactically as well. The mental side of it is something that is just been ingrained in Everton for years. It seems we just don't have the players who can fight, or we certainly don't seem to buy the players who can fight, who've got the ability to overcome difficult situations. Not that Bournemouth away is a difficult situation. They'll ship at least 4 or 5 goals, 3 or 4, 5 times this season. They are so open, it's unbelievable. Yet we couldn't find a way past them apart from Dominic Calvert-Lewin's header. And when the time is to roll your sleeves up, and we've seen this at Villa, and we've seen this the back end of last season, when the time is to roll up your sleeves and just dig in and just get through the game, we do not possess the players to do it. So it's great when you're going out and you're buying this player and that player, and you feel the club might be going somewhere. You only have to watch what's going on the pitch to suddenly start feeling deflated about the whole thing. I honestly, and I said this in pre-season, I don't think we'll finish in the top 6, because I just don't think to finish in the top 6 you need to, first of all, you need to get 65 points. We won't get 65 points. I just don't see us getting 65 points as it stands, because I just watch the way we play and I watch the players, and we just don't have any fight in us. There's no fight in us whatsoever. I watched that today and I'm thinking, right, go out there, roll up your sleeves and just dig in, and you'll beat these because you're better than them. And we don't. The football is it's just too slow for a start. We're trying to play like Man City when we can't. So everything's dead slow. Instead of playing in a way that means we can score goals, we play out the back, and then the first thing we do when we get forward is play it wide and look for crosses. And yes, we've scored 3 goals in the last 2 Premier League games from crosses. Once a team adapts to that, then what do you do then? Why aren't we going through the middle of the park? Why aren't we taking more opportunities? Richarlison hits one first half and it's the bar. Then the second half, every time he gets the ball centrally, he wants to move it wide. And for me, you're limiting your options the minute you do that. So tactically, I don't think we're good enough. And going back to that mentality factor, I think that's a huge thing. I think today, for a start, players just didn't look on it at all. The likes of Michael Keane he didn't look on it at all. And for their 3rd goal, he's not completely at fault, because Zuma is standing, for some reason, 5 yards ahead of the guy who scores. When technically, if that ball had been thrown over his head, he's onside, isn't he? But Keane is keeping Wilson on. He's standing a couple of yards to the right and keeping him onside. He can see that. Or he can tell Zuma to drop... Freudian slip. Tell Mina to drop back. But he doesn't. Keane was rubbish all day. Absolutely rubbish. And I don't know whether that's a hangover from the England game. But that's the problem. Roll up your sleeves, lads. You've played Premier League football for 4 or 5 seasons now. You should be able to get through games like that without, And this is what I don't see in the team. Enough leaders that can get you through games like that. And, it just bemuses me. We can see the stupid goal to a set piece. I'm not going to go on about or have a go about zonal marking, because I think the last time we conceded a goal through zonal marking was in February. So it's not as a big an issue as they like to make it look, or people on TV try and make it look. Second goal is just, again, we let a player run 30, 40 yards and then boot him on the outside of the box. And then, it gets sliced in. Again, it's pure luck, and the 3rd goal is just awful defending. But it's us going forward. Forget out their goals. It's us going forward. We don't take the game to teams away from home. We just don't do it. it's 1-1 at 60 minutes there. The manager's there. Make some changes. Say, this is not good enough. We've had one shot all in the second half in 15 minutes. That's not acceptable. I'm going to make changes. I'm going to bring Keane on. I'm going to, bring Dominic Calvert-Lewin, leave Dominic Calvert-Lewin on and go 4-4-2. Be positive, be brave, have a go at them. They were there for the taking. Absolutely there for the taking. And we don't seem to have that switch that just we can flick to just have a go at teams. And you've seen Delph getting wound up. He ends up getting booked for it because he's wound up. He wants to get stuck into people. There's a video of him online. Marvin, this is you've seen what he says. It's like there's not enough players who just want to roll up their sleeves and get stuck in. It doesn't look like doesn't look like it hurts enough for them. And whatever, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but the point being is we're never going to get anywhere, and you sort of have to sit there and go, as a fan, I look at it and just think, well, the players just don't look that wounded by it. They're not prepared to run through brick walls, but they're also not prepared to just get stuck into a team and go, we're winning to this role. That's what the best teams do. And I know, listen, you need the best players for that, but not always. You can do all right just by just going, let's roll up our sleeves today and let's just have a go at these. And if we have a go at them and we match them, then we'll win the game. And Bournemouth have done nothing to win the game there. They've done nothing. One thing they have done more than this is they've actually created more chances. Because again, we created very, very little again. Very, very little. So I don't listen. We're our worst own enemies. Will it change? I doubt it. So what does that mean? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I just don't think it's going to change. I think we're gonna win more than we lose at home, and away from home we're gonna win very, very few, and that means we're gonna finish between 7th and 10th. And I can't. There's nothing I can say. There's no point getting going absolutely mental about it. They're the facts. We have a set of players that just don't. It just doesn't seem to hit home when a game needs to be stepped up. You can play all the fancy passing you want. You can create lovely movements and get yourselves into nice areas. But if you're not clinical in front of goal, or you keep on going wide every time you get the ball, and if you're not prepared to do the hard work when a team breaks on you, then this is the way it's going to be. And I don't know whether it's worth getting upset about, because I don't see players getting upset about it, bar the couple on the pitch. I really don't. And I see the same things come out the manager's mouth. And, it is what it is. And I honestly just don't see us going forward unless we get in a few more players. And that can't happen now till next summer. A few more players who have got that kind of fight in them. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Yeah. So I'm a bit flat, but I'm a bit realistic. That I think this is just going to be the way it is. And as I said, I just don't see us getting top 6, because I just don't think we can roll up our sleeves and go to places like Bournemouth and win games of football. And they're the games they're the 3 points that, we can't get back-to-back wins, because we can't go away and win anyway. So you need to get momentum where you get a home win and an away win, then another home win, and then maybe an away draw, and then a home win. We can't do that. This time last year, I think Arsenal went on a run of something like 19 games unbeaten. And at the time, me personally, I was like, look at the teams they played. Yeah, I'd look at the teams they played and probably look at them and go, we couldn't do that, because we just can't. We can't string, run together, because every time we go away from home, we get beat, because we haven't got a backbone. It's as simple as that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm trying not to get upset by it, because what's the point? I'll be upset about it every other week. I'm just gonna. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. I might need a lobotomy. I don't know. Maybe I've had a lobotomy, and that's. But this is Everton Football Club. Does anything change? No, very, very rarely. So there you go. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching Toffee TV. I'll see you later.